Hello, today is Sunday, June 21st, 2026. Here is your daily signal. India's ambitions to modernize its infrastructure are front and center, with Bloomberg reporting that the country has secured multi-billion-dollar financing agreements with the World Bank and Asian Development Bank to boost vital development projects. India has launched these major initiatives aiming to accelerate economic growth and connectivity as part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's push to align with the $1.4 trillion national infrastructure pipeline, signing deals since 2020 that target upgrades to roads, urban transit, and water systems. Key stakeholders driving these projects include India's Ministry of Finance under Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, as well as the World Bank Group and ADB, supported by major engineering firms like Larsen & Toubro and state agencies. Just this week, the World Bank approved a $1.2 billion loan for urban upgrades in New Delhi and Mumbai. ADB signed a $900 million agreement for water supply improvements in Bangalore and Hyderabad, and the Ministry of Finance initiated a $500 million bond in partnership with the World Bank to further infrastructure funding efforts. In the near term, these project launches are expected to boost employment and stimulate local economies in New Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. Over the medium term, the hope is they will improve urban services and attract greater international investment, though potential risks include project delays, management challenges, and an increased debt burden if outcomes fall short of expectations. Turning to India's industrial heartland, Associated Press highlights how Surat, Gujarat, is struggling with another intense heatwave, as textile workers and factory owners confront increasingly extreme summer temperatures. Surat stands as India's largest textile manufacturing hub, producing over 90% of the country's polyester, and employs more than 600,000 workers, many of whom toil in facilities without air conditioning. With temperatures now regularly soaring above 43°C, the city's historic heatwaves since 2022 have become a major threat to productivity, labor health, and operational continuity. Leading companies such as Vardhman Group, Alok Industries, and Garden Silk Mills anchor Surat's vast textile economy, and local leadership like Sunil Agarwal of the Surat Textile Mills Association and Dr. Mukesh Patel of the Surat Municipal Corporation are grappling with the fallout. According to the Economic Times, worker attendance fell by 24% in June 2026 due to the latest heatwave, while Garden Silk Mills cut production shifts to protect staff, and labor associations formally petitioned for upgraded cooling systems, as noted by the Times of India. The immediate impact includes a drop in production capacity, supply chain delays, and rising risks of wage losses and absenteeism, especially among migrant workers. Medium-term responses may involve stepped-up investment in sustainable and climate-resilient factory infrastructure, plus new government and industry standards for both labor and environmental protections. Now to the fast-growing space sector. Next big future draws parallels between SpaceX's evolving revenue model and historic tech surges, most notably the explosive growth once seen at Micron Technology. SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk in 2002, has already changed the aerospace landscape through reusable rocketry and now seeks further expansion by harnessing AI to optimize launch scheduling, manufacturing, and Starlink network operations. Similarly, Micron Technology surged ahead in its own era by adapting aggressively to shifts in demand for memory and data storage. Today, SpaceX's diverse revenue comes from commercial and governmental launches, Starlink broadband, and burgeoning data analytics. Key players charting this growth include CEO Elon Musk, Micron's Sanjay Mehrotra, and institutional partners such as NASA and the U.S. Department of Defense. Recent developments include SpaceX's $1.8 billion Starlink contract with the U.S. Air Force, signed in June 2026, substantially boosting its defense sector sales. Meanwhile, Micron's Q2 2026 figures showed a 17% increase in revenue, propelled by AI and edge memory demand. As SpaceX leverages AI to scale revenue, targeting a reported run rate of $33 billion later this year, it could reshape commercial space competition, pressuring rivals to match its efficiency, while echoing Micron's earlier leap in innovation and market value. In the near term, lucrative government contracts like the new USAF deal should reinforce SpaceX's negotiating clout, while over the medium term, diversified revenue streams and AI-driven gains could speed the company's expansion into global communications and data services. Now, onto the markets. In the international markets, Taiwan led gains with the EWT ETF up over 4.6% for the day and nearly 22% for the month, while the United Kingdom slipped slightly with EWU declining by about 1%. The Netherlands also delivered robust momentum with EWN up 1.4% today and over 11% in the past month, showing sustained investor optimism. Commodities were mostly weaker, as silver retreated by 1.8% and platinum fell by 1.9%, with gold inching lower as well. U.S. oil bucked the trend, closing higher with the USO fund advancing by 0.6%. In the favorites, AMD surged 4.9% in today's trade, while Intel outperformed with a 10.6% jump and Marvell advanced more than 7%. Nvidia also rose by nearly 3%. In the sectors category, semiconductors rallied sharply with stocks climbing 6.6% for the day and 28% for the month, while the SP 500 edged up 0.8%. Clean energy also saw solid inflows, as QCLN gained 5.3% for the day. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.